Hey guys, how's it going today? GasGuzler here, and welcome to part 2 of my 76 F-150 revival, the one that you guys have been waiting for a really long time. So I did a lot of research over the past like 2 months, I think it's been, since I made the first video, and I kind of know more of what I'm doing now. So yeah, where I left off, spark was the issue along with the electrical system, and hopefully we're gonna get this thing running. I said that last time and I didn't, but I'm not giving up on it, so. So again, if you haven't seen the first video, it has a 5.9 360. I did put the valve covers back on. Oh yeah, I forgot I stole the battery out of it. Oops. What the hell? Did my light explode? Oh, yeah, it did. Oh well. Well, I guess I'm gonna go get a battery and we can kind of resume from where I was. Oh boy. Of course I grabbed a battery. Handle. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, I forgot all the electronics just started working. And now my door doesn't want to close. So if we take this wire and put it on there and then do this, we have a nice strong crank. So that's my bypass for the key for now. Okay, now if we take off this plug wire and put a spark plug in it, and then we hold it to a ground, we now should have a tiny, tiny spark. Oh, geez. We have a very, very, very small spark. So what I'm gonna do is take the distributor cap back off, if it'll let me. Hang on. There's a bunch of tools inside of this truck. I don't know. Oh wait, there's one, that'll work. Okay. Not great. So this shouldn't be stuck like it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sand all these contact points. All right. Contact points are all cleaned up. You know what, forget the door. Yep, we have spark now. Oh boy. All right, bring the noise. What the hell? Whoa. Oh my God, it's trying to run. Ooh, we're smoking out the valve cover. Dead. She's dead as a door now. Well, that brings us to a screaming halt. I had this charging all day. That's why it was out of the truck. All right, so it's the next day. Right after I cut the camera, I went inside and I noticed that the wiring for the ignition switch was getting extremely hot. I got worried that there was a short somewhere or something. I spent all of today doing research. I got the ignition switch out, did a bunch of research, wiring diagrams, forums, everything. Now, somebody said that the resistor wire coming out of the ignition switch is supposed to get hot, but it was like hot enough that it was about to melt stuff, so that's why I was kind of skeptical about that. Pulled up some wiring diagrams, and if you look, that right there is the start terminal. And if you find it on this plug, it is a red wire with a blue stripe. Now, if we go outside and go to the starter solenoid, we have a brown wire and a red wire with a blue stripe. Now, this wire was on the ignition side and this was on the start side. And I started thinking, I was like, wait a minute. The start is supposed to be 12 volts in. This is supposed to be 12 volts out, going straight to the coil. And the 12 volts in is from the key. This comes out so that the coil can get a full 12 volts when it's cranking, because 6 volts is not enough. If this was putting 12 volts into the start side, that would explain why it starts cranking. Because even though this wire only gets 12 volts when it's cranking, like I said, all the wiring is connected, so it has voltage all the time when the coil has power. It was putting 12 volts into the start side, I think. The starter relay, brown, red with a blue stripe. The brown wire is going to the coil, and sure enough, The red and blue wire is going to the neutral safety switch, which is basically in between the key and the starter solenoid. So funny thing, the entire time, these have been backwards, which is why it probably did what it did, and I bet $5 that I plug the battery in, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna go ahead and put the key back in and, you know, do that. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh my God, it's fixed. That's what that click was the battery got disconnected. But it works, that's what matters. Hang on, let me tighten this. Hand tight is good enough. If you have anything more than hand tight, then you're just crazy. All right, here we go. What? Are you serious right now? That's all that problem was. Are you serious? That's mildly frustrating. Tiny bit. Oh my God, it was trying to start. Why was it trying to light off with this disconnected though? Yeah, that was all the fuel that we had, I think. Welcome to the GasGuzler YouTube channel, where I made this run, this disgusting mess. We don't have much of an exhaust left. I think there's a hole, right down yonder. Actually, yeah, I see it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a big hole down there. So, all right, I'm gonna spray some go-go juice down the carb, and ooh, I'm nervous. I'm really, really, really nervous. Nope, we're out of gas. Man, it just drank it up. Honestly, it might need a boost, and all of my batteries are weak, so I think I'm gonna wait till a little bit of a later date, once I can actually use something to jumpstart it with. We might have a running truck, I don't know. Nope. Okay, what is actually going on here? Oh, if you look, that striker's a little bit above where it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna go try to loosen that and knock it down a little bit. All right, I moved it a little bit. Hopefully that's, oh, dude. Oh, it's perfect. My body lines are a little now, but I mean, at least the door shuts. I don't really care. All right, guys, so it's like 2 months later. Every couple days, I've been throwing some fuel down the carb and seeing if it will light off, and it's not. And I really don't know what's wrong with it. Well, just now, I discovered something. Go hold the choke open. Now, if you look, that is filled with fuel all the way up to the jets. And if I move the throttle cable, it does not move, which tells me that the carburetor is completely plugged up. I don't know why or from what. I'm gonna have to pull it. So thank God this thing didn't shoot a fireball at the intake, because there's enough fuel in there that would have caught the whole truck on fire. Yeah, but I guess I gotta pull the carburetor off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and see what the heck is plugging it, because I have no idea. All right, here we go. Fuel's definitely still in there. I don't know why it's not. I don't know. All right, so carburetor's out. Here are my findings. The throttle blades do not move at all. And I will demonstrate, okay? I get no movement out of those whatsoever. So, there's our problem. I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna scrape all this off, try to free them up. I don't know if I should crank it. Well, actually, I really can't. But, if I just squirt something down the intake and then try to fire it, in theory, it should start, so. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end that here. After further investigation, that carburetor is literal dog shit, and it will never ever run. So stay tuned for part 3. I'm gonna try to rebuild it, but probably not gonna work. I already know it's not. So in the meantime, I'll try to find a new one. While that's happening, stay tuned for this video coming up. I overheated this truck like 5 times in the last week, so. But I did a bunch of work to it, and it's fixed now, so stay tuned for that video. But yeah, if you guys like my content, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I will catch you guys in the next video.